positions available that you were overpassed and overlooked for. And there were positions that you wasn't even informed about that your supervisor knew about. So you finally asked for a meeting with your supervisor. And upon having a meeting with your supervisor, you question and ask and inquire, why didn't you tell me about these positions that have passed and that I could have possibly gotten based on my expertise and based on all the things I've done for the department and the productivity that I've shown and all the ideas I've given? Why didn't you assist me? Why didn't you notify me? Why didn't you actually refer me? Well, I just want to be honest with you. I'm your supervisor and you do an excellent job. I mean, you're so beneficial to the department and to myself. And you are excelling in productivity that if you leave, it's going to be hard to replace you. In all honesty, you're typically irreplaceable. So I hate to say this, but I don't want to lose you because if I lose you, my productivity is going to drop so quickly. And I'm not sure if I can find anyone that can actually keep it at the stats that you're keeping it. So really, to be honest with you, yeah, I might have sounded a little selfish, but I just couldn't see myself letting you go at this appropriate time. I just I just had to keep you. And that's what your boss tells you. That's what your supervisor informs you of when you finally realize that after all these years have passed and you had opportunities where they could have promoted you, referred you, or even told you to apply for a new position, they simply hid it from you and didn't tell you about it. Trust. But yet they're getting their bonuses, they're getting their raise because their productivity is looking so good because of you. Trust. How interesting when you trust someone and they basically screw you over. How does that make you feel? All those hours, all those ideas, all those overtime hours, and ability to be flexible for them, and always being able to be the person they can count on. But yet now, you just found out they screwed you. And guess what? Didn't affect them in any way because they still got what they wanted, and you never got what you needed or what you deserve. Trust. Now let's look at the relationship situation, right? So you have a relationship and you feel like you're giving a lot. You're offering what they need, what they want, and you figure out that there's certain situations of you wanting something a little more. And you feel like, let me think this through, right? And the things that I want are not that much, it's just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, you take it upon yourself to actually sit down with them and inform them that, you love them, you care for them, you give them what they deserve and what they ask for, and you feel like you're not getting everything you need or deserve in return. And you explain to them that, it's not much, you just want a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or more so you just want to see that they offer it on their own because you can tell them to do it, but wouldn't it be so much more beneficial and loving if they decide to just do it upon themselves, showing that they care so much that they took it upon themselves to do something for you without you having to ask? And they tell you, sure, why not? Because I love you. Yeah, I can easily do that. And you're excited because you're like, wow, that was so easy. And guess what? Time passes, time passes, time passes, and they never do it. But you were assured that they would do it for you. You were assured that it would be something easily taken care of. You were assured that because they loved you, they saw no reason why it couldn't be beneficial to do the same thing for you as you do for them. Yet, because they're still getting what they want, because they're still enjoying what they need or what they feel they need from you, they kind of forget about reciprocating and offering it back. Because, I mean, honestly, what are they losing? Absolutely nothing. I mean, do they need to do it because they're still getting what they want? No, not really. Are they being pushed in a situation where they're told if you don't get what you want, they don't get what they want? No, because you love them, you just keep offering it. But yet, in all honesty, you don't want to say it, but they're being selfish. They're thinking about themselves, only themselves, and caring about themselves. And it kind of hurts your feelings. But because you love them so much, you don't want to bring it to their attention. And yet, you still get screwed because you never got what you wanted. Trust. Trusting that you will give them what they want and you will get in return what you deserve and desire. Trust. See, I've explained it. I've explained it so thoroughly and so easily in detail that sometimes you're sitting there thinking to yourself, oh my God, that's me. I understand. That's what happened to me. And how does it make you feel to know that? How does it make you feel to know that you gave someone everything, some company, some individual, everything, or you trusted someone or some individual or some parent, and in return, they screwed you. They messed you over. They took away things that were enjoyable to you because guess what? They were envious, they were greedy, they were selfish, and they were angry because they felt like you were undeserving to have those things. Because if they didn't have it, you didn't deserve it because they deserved it before you. Think about it. They deserved it before you. But yet these are the individuals telling you that they take pride in taking care of you and making sure only the best is offered to you, that you get the opportunity to enjoy life so much better than them because they want you to have the best. They want to support you in making sure you get the best that you deserve so you can enjoy life and all that it offers. But then when opportunity prevails itself because it's not what they expected or not done the way they want it to be done, it's wrong. But yet when they were your age, I bet you their parents did the same thing to them. So misery loves company, doesn't it? I bet you the companies did the same thing to them. So misery loves company. I bet the relationships, they were screwed over by some people, so they decided to screw you over now because misery loves company. Interesting how trust, something that is dedicated and necessarily needed in any type of relationship, is continually screwed over and basically abused. And really, in all essence, not offered and not given. And then you have your world of trust, when you get a bank account or when you get a loan to buy a car or a home, or when you go to college and you're paying for all these different courses because your guidance counselor says that you need to take this and this and this, you're trusting the system. You're trusting that the system is going to give you what you deserve and they're going to take care of your needs and they're not going to waste any of your money that you're spending. And then you find out in the real life, in the long run, no, you shouldn't have trusted them. They took your money. They took your money for things that they didn't really need to do, but because the opportunity was there, they took it. And you found out that now the money you owe from borrowing a loan to go to college or medical school, or to buy that car you wanted that you thought was so needed, but then realized that you are overpaying for it, or the house that you wound up paying more than it should have been paid because they were able to screw you and make you pay more without, you looking into it and finding out that it was only worth this much. Trust. That one word, trust, so many times misused, abused, so many times the people and organizations that you think you can trust literally manipulate and screw you on a constant until they get caught. And let's not talk about the situation of data breach. Data breach, that's an interesting situation in itself. You have information that's been stored inside the data of some corporation, and it gets breached, and you're informed. And guess what? That's it. You're informed. They don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, let me pay you for having your information stolen." They don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, let me find a way to help you sue the individual that stole your information so that you can get something out of it." No, they simply tell you your data's been breached, it's been taken, and we're doing all we can to make sure that it's not done again. And what basically did they get? What punishment did they get out of allowing it? What, resolution did they have to offer you for allowing it to happen? Absolutely nothing. Trust. Once again, trusting someone with your information because you were told nobody would ever be able to steal it. And yet, it has been stolen. And in some cases, stolen several times. Trust. That one word, amazingly, how it's always informally used, but never benefits the individual that's being told, trust me, I have your best benefit. I have your future in my mind, and I will make sure that you'll have a brighter and great future because I'm looking forward to benefiting you more so than myself. I'm looking forward to taking care of you and your needs, and you're just lying. You're being lied to. How does that make you feel to know that? To know that you really can't trust anyone. To know that in all essence, you can't even trust yourself because you're going to use emotional situations to make you feel like it's okay to trust these individuals because you've known them for so long, or because they're classified as your parent, or as your best friend, or BFF. So, of course, they won't tell me things that will be non beneficial to me, even though you don't realize if they don't have any experience in the situation, how can you trust the answers they're offering? If they're basically living in a situation that's worse than you, why would you listen to someone that's worse off than you? Why would you not go to someone who's doing better than you so that you can be told how to do just as well as them? No, you go to people who envy you. You go to people who see you as you having more than they do. You go to people who basically, without telling you, are not angry, not happy about you being happy yourself. That are basically upset and have pride because you should be doing better than them. You should be in the same boat as them because if you have to deal with life like this, they should deal with life like this. So let me go in and just tell them I care. But in all honesty, I just want to put them in the same barrier, the same environment as me because I don't want to be alone dealing with this, feeling how uncomfortable and negative this is. I want someone to feel it with me. Yeah, trust. That's what you're allowing when you trust individuals, when you trust your family, when you trust your parents, when you trust your best friends, when you trust your company, when you trust your government, when you trust banking organizations, when you trust credit card organizations. You are allowing them to manipulate you unless you are informed with enough information to know that you shouldn't do what they're telling you to. Because it's better to go ahead and find out information on your own rather than trust someone else to go to them.
There will be lots of sun with a high of 87 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 60
Alexa, why are you? See, I'm telling you, AI hates me. AI hates me. I did not ask Alexa anything. And guess what? She got jealous of me doing my TV show, my podcast, and started to talk. Once again, Trust. I trusted Alexa to keep her mouth shut, and guess what? She didn't.